Hello, buddy. Good evening, aliens.
Dear brother, if you don't listen to our show, you might have a bonus hole.
I thought it was white this entire fucking time.
No, you colorblind son of a bitch.
Well,
We learn something new every day.
well, I knew I was colorblind. The old man goes, I remember I was going to see an eye doctor one time. It was after class, and he goes, "Hey, Dick, since you're going to see the eye doctor or the optometrist," I was like, "Yeah." He goes, have him check to see if you're fucking colorblind." I was like,
I
was like, okay, that sounds fair, you know. And I went to the eye doctor, and they're doing my fittings for the glasses and shit like that. And I was like, oh, and I was also told to do the colorblind test. And they're holding up the fucking book for me, showing me the different fucking things. And for the reds and green ones, they're like, well, where's the number in that one? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, you're fucking lying to me. There's no number in that. And she goes,
am. I'm going to send this to my brother. His next happy birthday card is going to be in green and red. Because he is colorblind. The same way you are.
I didn't see the fucking... I'm like this. There's not a number in that. You're lying to me.
Yeah, this is number 3 right there.
Dr. Douglas has been my optometrist damn near my entire life at this point. He sees me struggling, and he just goes, "Nine's right there, bud." I looked at him, I'm like, shit.
Am I colorblind? Doc, give it to me straight. Would
I
you?
was like, "Doc, what's the diagnosis we got here?" He goes, "Well, all those years of failed art makes sense now." I was like, I hope that went in.
Only time will tell.
Turns out, yeah, I'm actually colorblind.
Yep.
So, fun stuff.
I mean, so besides those stupid tests, see if you can differentiate between two colors on the spectrum and what is like projected from them. It's basically all that it really is. Because like, if you're colorblind, the word that word's kind of deceiving.
Yeah, because it makes it. Everyone seems to think, oh, you can't see any colors. No, I can see a large array of colors.
No, but if you're colorblind and you can't see red, if I were all red, would I disappear?
No. So,
See?
what it is...
That's why it's deceiving.
Yeah, so...
You ain't blind to that color, you just have a lack thereof color.
Yeah, so...
And color definition.
When I took my road test, or not my road test, but my written test for my driver's license, I failed, and one of the questions I failed was, what color is the stop sign? And the choices were fire engine red,
Okay.
red, maroon, or some other color, I think. I can't remember.
I think it is fire engine red.
It is. It is fire engine red. Do you know what I put?
Red.
I put red.
It's not wrong. But I think fire engine red is just oddly specific because, yes, a fire engine is a specific shade of red.
Yep.
It's an emergency red.
Yeah.
That's where, like, you get these counties with cops that, like, have the shaded police. Like, the only visible from one direction police on the side of their cars.
Yep.
That's illegal as fuck, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, dude. So, when they go from trying to protect and serve the community to just disguising their vehicle to hide it, to fine you.
That's not protecting and serving.
No, that's the exact opposite.
Just grabbing money.
Yeah, you're fear-mongering, pretty much.
Yeah. It's like, when I see those vehicles, I think to myself, so if I was in an emergency situation, I had to wave somebody down, you were driving amongst normal cars, I don't know that you're a cop.
No.
I don't. And then the same thing if you get pulled over. Is this guy for real? Is this a cop? Or is this some dude that's got a blacked out vehicle and he has red and blue lights? They're very easy to get. You can get them on Amazon.
Yeah.
You get these lights. Hey, you can get these lights even prior to Amazon. I had them on my Eclipse.
Yeah, it's not hard.
I had Underglow. Hello. Hey, by the way, Underglow was like 2003, dog. I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Jesus Christ.
When this light turns green, I'm going for it.
I would have ended that series at 9.
I wish the end of that series at 3.
Honestly, that would have been the best bet. But then
You could have done the 2 spinoffs. You could have had 5 total movies. You could have done Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, and then you could have did the
Tokyo Drift.
Well, I'm saying that would have been one spinoff. Tokyo Drift would be one spinoff. Do that separate little spinoff on the trilogy. You could have done another one there too. With them, you could have done 3 Fast and Furious movies that all line up. What's the best way to do any series? It's always a trilogy. The best series that you've ever watched, I guarantee you, are a trilogy.
Nope.
Okay, bet. Go.
You're talking movie trilogies?
Yeah.
Or lack thereof? Or
No, movie series. Series of consecutive movies.
The Marvels.
Okay, there's 3 Iron Mans before there was the Avengers. Avengers only lasted 3 movies.
Oh, shit, all of them are Galaxy. Guardians were trilogy.
Magic number.
I think the only ones that weren't were the actual Avengers.
What do you mean? There's only 3 Avengers movies.
Aren't they making more of them?
You're going to make more Avengers movies, but it's going to be part of a different cinematic universe.
Christ,
Yeah.
I can't follow this.
Yeah, they went in. They did it during Spider-Man, which, by the way, that was one that did 3 different actors, 9 different movies. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Hold on. There's a 3rd Spider-Man movie?
There's 3 different Spider-Mans.
Yeah, I'm talking the new one.
You had Spider-Man.
You got Tobey Maguire,
Okay.
Andrew Garfield, and then the 3rd one. Oh, there's a 3rd movie with the 3rd dude?
Yeah.
What is it, Andrew Garfield? No, that's not Andrew Garfield.
No.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland.
There's a
Yeah,
3rd.
he's got 3 movies.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm behind.
He's got 3 movies, if not 4. Because he did a movie which was introducing him. He did a movie standalone before the Avengers. And then he met the Avengers. Then he did he did another movie where the Avengers were involved, where it was like after Tony Stark gave him the glasses and shit. That was Spider-Man 3. That was like, well, I think he's got more than that. I think he might be up to 5. Like 5 movies in the series. I don't know.
I don't know.
This is all hyperbole.
I've only seen, I think, Homecoming.
Far From Home?
Is it Far From Home?
No, there's Homecoming, and then there's Far From Home. And there's Spider-Man. There's 3 right there.
Yeah, I've only seen Homecoming.
Yeah. Which one's Homecoming? Is that the one where he battles, like, Mysterio?
No, I think that's the 2nd one. No, I think that's the one where... I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. All I know is the one I seen.
Dude, they got one with, like, fucking Doctor Strange versus Scarlet Scarlet Witch. I haven't even seen that one yet. I was like watching previews for it. I'm like, oh shit.
Dude,
Stephen Strange versus fucking Scarlet.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching Crikey, it's the Irwins.
Is that the Irwin family without Steve?
Yeah. They took over they run the Australian Zoo.
Of course they do. I actually asked my friend Glenn, who's from Australia. I said, "So is Steve Irwin a national treasure?" He goes, "Yeah, look, think so."
I was like, "Yeah, but the Stingray took him out." He goes, "I will fly to Michigan. I will beat the shit out of you." I was like, "We have guns here. If I see a 6'8" Australian man running at me, I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the kneecaps."
Yeah, I mean,
I can't win. I'm 6 foot.
Dude, did you know that they did the gun buyback in what was it, 92, 93 in Australia?
Yes.
Yeah, it was over something that happened. I think Glenn was saying it was in Tasmania where they killed like 20 something people, like 23 people. That was it. And the Australian government was like, "Yeah, you lot can't have any of these anymore, so why don't you go ahead and turn them in?"
This is also the same country that went to war with the emus and lost.
You mean the bird?
Yeah. You didn't know about that?
Pull it up. Dude, this one's got 2.1 million views. Oh my god, Tawny 2 has it. This one's 4 minutes. This is the shit. Alright, we're fucking watching this. Oh my lord. What'd you get me into?
Video is sponsored by ExpressVPN.
No,
The Great Emu War.
The Great Emu War. Oh god. See, I love it. He's got a
In Australia in 1932, a strange war would see a conflict between humans and emus. Following the First World War, Australian and British veterans were given plots of land by the government so they could become farmers. These farmers were struggling to grow their crops in the difficult conditions, and the Great Depression had caused wheat prices to fall.
Oh boy.
From 1922, emus, the indigenous soft-feathered birds that are flightless, were a protected species, but they had become classed
Dude,
as
look like they
vermin
have teeth.
when 20,000 of the birds ate crops across Western Australia.
These emus not give a
The
fuck.
ex-soldiers turned farmers requested aid from the Australian military, asking the Minister of Defence, Sir George Pearce, for machine guns and ammunition.
Machine guns. and
Major
ammunition.
GPW Meredith
Ammunition.
of the 7th Heavy Battery of the Royal Australian Artillery led 2 soldiers armed with Lewis light machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition. They confidently believed it would be easy to take down the masses of emus at point-blank range with such a weapon. The war was postponed to the 2nd of November because of heavy rainfall. They traveled to the district of Campion, where they sighted around 50 emus and opened fire. However, the speed and ability to scatter into small groups made the emus able to dodge the fire and move out of range. Most got away, and only a handful were killed. 2 days later, they spotted 1,000 emus and planned to ambush the birds. They again scattered and dodged the fire, even at close range, and only 10 emus were killed, and one of the Lewis guns jammed. One of the soldiers said, "The emus have proved that they are not so stupid as they are usually considered to be. Each mob has its leader, always an enormous black plume bird standing fully 6 feet high, who keeps watch while his fellows busy themselves with the wheat. At the first suspicious sign, he gives the signal, and dozens of heads stretch up out of the crowd. A few birds will take fright, starting a headlong stampede for the scrub, the leader always remaining until his followers have reached safety." The next tactic was to mount one of the Lewis guns on a truck. This failed too because the ride was bumpy and the emus were too fast, making accuracy impossible. The idea came to an end when a lone emu got caught in the steering wheel.
Oh dear lord.
On November 8th, after the negative media coverage at the humorous failure to cull the emus and discussion in the Australian House of Representatives,
dear Lord.
the group withdrew. They had used up 2,500 rounds of ammunition and killed just 200 emus. Major GPW Meredith said in retrospect, if we had a military division with the bullet carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They can face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks. A second attempt on the 12th of November was made after more emu attacks on crops. It was more successful, claiming 986 kills using 9,860 rounds at a rate of 10 rounds per confirmed kill.
Same as the last.
Poor efforts. In the end, it was the emus that were victorious in the Great
last time
Emu
they only
War.
killed 200 of them. That's
It was only
insane.
after the government introduced bounties on the emus in
10%.
1934 that the mass culling was effective.
10%.
Today, emus
Could you
are
imagine
protected
just spraying
under the
like 100
Environment
rounds,
Protection
hitting
and
one bird?
Biodiversity Conservation
There's
Act of
1,000 of them down there.
1999.
Here's 100 rounds.
This video was made possible by
I got one.
ExpressVPN.
Did you give
Protect
the cow
your
with
private data
epilepsy and
better
machine
than those
gun?
soldiers protected their crops from the emus with ExpressVPN. We use ExpressVPN when working on the Simple History channel, abroad, or in public Wi-Fi cafes. It lets you use the internet without being tracked. Keep your emails.
Maybe one day, ExpressVPN, you can sponsor my channel too. I get up to about 500 followers. I love all 31 of you guys. Thank you.
I was reading about Australian history, and they like briefly mentioned it, and I was like, "Excuse me, what?" And so I went to the Google machine there and typed in the Great Emu War,
Great Emu War.
and it pulled up a Wikipedia article, and I started reading it, and I was like, "This isn't reputable." So I went to a couple other websites that were reputable, and I was like, "Fuck." How do you lose a war against a bird?
I don't know. What do you
Hold my fosters and watch.
what do you consider proportional?
Question for you.
I don't answer.
Alright. So, you're familiar with Jeffrey Epstein, correct?
He did not hang himself. Yes.
Alright. So, I seen a video on Twitter.
Was it my video?
No.
Okay.
It was security footage from either end of last year or beginning of this year. One of the
Okay.
two. And on the video footage, it looked just like Epstein.
Oh, so he's alive.
I think so.
See, this ties into the
The pedophilia elite ring. And that he's a vampire.
I don't know about the vampire part. That's new to me. I know.
Oh,
that-
you probably don't dive down into rabbit holes at 2:30 in the morning. I have insomnia, dude. I'm afraid of the Hat Man sometimes.
I'm not looking at you and discuss like who the fuck would do that. I'm looking at you like, are you kidding me, right? It's exactly what I do.
Afraid of the Hat Man, so I don't go to sleep.
Yeah.